Hello everybody, I'm the legal historian Markus Eder from Hildgartshausen in Germany and author of the 3 books Crime and Punishment in the Royal Navy at the Instigation of the Devil and Götterdämmerung zweier Großreiche. Today I want to speak to you on the topic of Dachau's Gettysburg. Those of you familiar with US American history will certainly know that the year 1863 and the Battle of Gettysburg were turning points in the history of the American Civil War. From then on, the South was very much on the defensive and lost ultimately in 1865 the war. There are strong indications that the year 2014 will witness Dachau's Gettysburg, e.g. the great battle of history which throws the fate of Offenderstown, Dachau onto the road of eternal decline. Now you might ask yourself why I call Offenderstown Dachau an offender's town and why Dachau is likely to suffer in 2014 a Dachau Gettysburg. Well, Offenderstown Dachau is morally debased because it was the first concentration camp established by the Nazis. There, 30 to 40,000 innocent people lost their lives. That was Dachau's by far greatest sin. But also in the modern democratic period, they have incurred many crimes and sins. At the beginning of this new century, Dachau creators produced the greatest election forgery scandal in German democratic history. Certain Dachau creators forged the town council election. Then recently there was the Dachau law court murder scandal. A Dachau criminal indicted for crime shot in the law court building itself, in the law court building of Dachau itself, the young Solicitor General from Munich. A most unprecedented crime not even happening in the Chicago of Al Capone's time. And it was not the case that Dachau creators universally regretted this murder. Quite to the contrary, many sent postage and emails by the tons to the law court president in which they applauded the murder of the young Solicitor General from Munich. This says much about the way Dachau morality is developed. In line with their low morality, also many institutions in Offenderstown Dachau are very much morally polarizing. The most polarizing institution in Offenderstown Dachau probably is the Job Center Dachau, which is known for its very harsh treatment of the unemployed and socially poor. It is led by a career-orientated chairman called Peter Schadl from the morally polarizing locality of Tandem. An even worse reputation has his female deputy, a woman of name Kakoschke, which originally comes from eastern Germany, but is now settled in the Upper Bavaria town of Röhrmoos, close to Dachau. From this woman it is said that people she dislikes, she grants so little heating oil that winter after winter their heating system suffers a breakdown and their house suffers physical damage too. To people she likes, she on the contrary grants very much heating oil so that they have no problems in winter at all. Some people call Kokoschke even sadistic, but for legal reasons I prefer to call her morally polarizing. Offenderstown Dachau has made great attempts to improve their bad reputation. This was of course not due to an attempt to be humane or to show humanitarian instincts. It was for tactical reasons. Offenderstown Dachau officials very much know that only if the reputation of their town increases very much, they can induce people to move to Dachau in order to settle there, and can induce companies to settle in Dachau too. They even have attempted to enter into a city sisterhood arrangement with towns and cities in Israel, but this has failed. After all, the Israel communities do not want to help to enhance the bad reputation of Offenderstown Dachau. They also have attempted to induce the cool and sexy Coca-Cola company to establish part of their German facilities in Dachau, but this has failed too. Small wonder. Coca-Cola is sexy and Offenderstown Dachau is merely swinish, and Coca-Cola can therefore not risk to damage its own reputation of coolness and sexiness by establishing parts of their German facilities in Offenderstown Dachau. Small wonder that against the background of so many setbacks, their house fate is very much in jeopardy. Their population growth might have come to a standstill in 2014, and for 2015 their budget situation is close to being desperate. In 2015 they in all probability will have to make loans of about 25 million euro, and their overall budget for 2015 is only scheduled to be 107 million euros, so that about 25% of their 2015 budget will consist of debts. Even before this time, they did not produce a balanced budget. They had structurally a highly deficient budget, but they were able to close these budget gaps by using savings from better times. Dachau had some good economic years, and in these years they were able to accumulate savings, and these savings they used to fill the household gaps of the previous years. However, in 2014 this possibility will be finito. In 2014, their last savings will be spent, and thereafter they will fall into great debts. That is not the only financial problem of Offenderstown, Dachau. After all, there is a company of Dachau called Dachau Municipal Works Company, or in German, Dachau Stadtwerke Dachau, which is owned completely by Offenderstown, Dachau, a company who provides energy supply, water supply, and public bus transport in Dachau, among other services. This company will in all probability incur within the next 1 or 2 years debts of overall 40 million euros. Their operational profitability per year is, however, only 700,000 euros per year, and this small sum is not even enough to pay the interest rate on the 40 million euros debts, let alone give them the possibility to pay back the debt itself. As a result, they intend to increase very much the prices on water supplies. They can do this because they have a legal monopoly on water supply in Dachau. They even will force some new inhabitants of some sections of Offenderstown, Dachau, to buy Dachau gas from them. There is a special town council directive which forces these new Dachau inhabitants to buy Dachau gas from Dachau Municipal Works Company. All this, of course, will not help them in the long run. Quite artificial means that will not enhance their financial position in the long run. Therefore, the balance of probability is that the year 2014 will witness Dachau's Gettysburg, in which the great battle of fate will throw the destiny of Dachau onto the road of irreparable decline. However, a debased city as Dachau can of course never decline speedily enough. I therefore ask the Almighty God in heaven to award divine punishment to Dachau and to destroy Offenderstown, Dachau by heavenly fires from heaven, as he did in the case of Sodom and Gomorrah. May Dachau burn in God-sent flames, as once did Sodom and Gomorrah. With these sentences, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say goodbye to you and wish you all the best for the remaining week.